Hello guys, welcome back to another video review, and today we are finally taking a look at the 10-inch Golden Freddy plushie. So right off the bat, I did get this guy a while ago, obviously before I took that big break and all that, and yeah, so he was a Hot Topic exclusive. Obviously I've had him for a while, so he no longer has his tag, and obviously, he's being used in videos, so yeah. And he's obviously made in 2024, which is like, this was made basically right after it was announced that they got their master license taken away and given to Jazzwares. So yeah, this was one of their final plushies, and I think this is one of their best plushies of like all time. This is a really good plushie. So getting straight into the details, you got the normal, Fnaf 1 Freddy hat, just enlarged, obviously. And then these are probably the best Fnaf Form Freddy ears they've done, because they're pointier like they are in game compared to the original plushies, like rounded off ears. But they're not completely triangular like something like Shamrock Freddy's. So it's like that nice balance between circular and triangular. Also, this hole is from, I'm pretty sure, a security tag, because they had those on them at Hot Topic, obviously. So yeah, that's why that's there. Then moving down to the face, it is basically like the FNAF 1 Freddy face, but these cheeks are a bit puffier. Like, it feels like they slimmed down this, or they made the cheeks puffier, because if you look at it, these cheeks definitely stick out a lot more than the original FNAF 1 Freddy's. Like, this is a pretty rounded off head. But, I mean, Shadow Freddy has that too, where they're like sticking out a bit more, but it's not as like noticeable as it is on this guy. And I do think that does like capture the look of FNAF 1 Freddy a lot better. Like, this does like capture FNAF 1 Freddy's vibe in the face a lot better. And also a big difference if we compare this to Shadow Freddy, because obviously I don't have Golden Freddy at all, aside from the 10-inch. We could see that the eyes now, instead of like being bulging out and like in different directions, because QC, these are actually sewn in, which I guess could be viewed as more accurate, since Freddy or Golden Freddy doesn't have the any eyes in the game. They're just like empty sockets with like glowing pupils, and he doesn't look as like dumb as some of these guys do. But I mean, I'm kind of different. I don't really prefer like one over the other, honestly, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, it's more so like Frostbear, because he obviously doesn't have the ring around the eyes that they did for like Pizzeria Simulator and some other plushies. They're sewn in just like Frostbear, so it is just the FNAF 1 Freddy base, just with sewn in eyes, and obviously more differences since this is a 10-inch plushie and a new design. And you got the freckles, they're yellow too, which I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I think they look good. And the bow tie, while similar, it is a different material compared to the normal FNAF 1 Freddy bow tie, because you can see it's not like shiny at all. This is a very shiny material. It's also less rigid feeling, and it doesn't it curves up, but it's definitely not as noticeable as it is on the FNAF 1 Freddy plushes bow tie, and even something like Shadow Freddy or even Frost Bear. So yeah, I mean, this video is a bit shorter just because it is just a 10-inch Golden Freddy. I mean, he doesn't have like a bunch of complex details, which I'm not complaining about. I absolutely adore this plushie. I like that even though they did change up a lot about it, they still kept the original eyebrows like they did for Frost Bear. I think it's a nice, neat little throwback. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get other plushies to compare them to. Yeah, another thing is that I haven't noticed until recently, but mine tends to do like a little lean, which could be seen as game accurate since Golden Freddy does it in the game. So I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was pretty funny. Obviously, since I don't have the original Funko Golden Freddy plushie, the next best thing to compare him to is Shadow Freddy. So there is quite a lot different other than just size, obviously. The ears are different, the facial structure is different, the bow ties are different. But still, I mean, if he were a normal size, he would still look just fine against Shadow Freddy. And I still think he looks good since, I'm obviously using this Golden Freddy in videos until I get, the normal Funko one, which I don't even know if I really want that as much now, since this 10-inch one isn't like incredibly bigger on like 16-inch plushies, and he just looks good and I think does the job really well. So I don't know if he's that much online. I mean, he probably is, considering it's Golden Freddy, Hot Topic exclusive, and Funko Lucent license. But if you can find this guy for a good deal, I would definitely recommend it, as I do think he's a good stand-in for the original Funko Golden Freddy. And obviously, here he is with every single Fnaf Golden Freddy plush, minus the spring colorways and black lights. I didn't really feel like including them, because, you know, they're just recolors of these two with not any different, no cosmetic differences unlike these guys. And obviously those are new bases. So yeah, here he is with every single Fnaf 1 Freddy plushie. I think all of these patterns, for the most part, look good, especially this. Like, if I had to pick a top 3, like, Fnaf 1 Freddy bases, it'd go this guy, it'd be these 3. So, getting this guy in, and then, oh, it's really hard to choose. But I'm going to have to go with Firework Freddy. I think this fabric is fantastic. It feels amazing. This is like the best fabric they ever used. And it just fits with Fnaf 1 Freddy, you know, because, you know, they're fuzzy animatronics. So, yeah, I think these 3 are my favorite, like, Freddy bases. Which, this Freddy wouldn't mean all the black lights, and then these 2, obviously. And then, honestly, I guess it's from QC on my Shamrock Freddy, but these two, this and this guy would probably be my least favorites, because this guy just looks too much like Rockstar Freddy, honestly, especially with the rosy cheeks that they gave him for some reason. Yeah, but still, I mean, good plushie, but just unnecessary, and that's like, you know, yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I know this review is a bit shorter, but obviously there's not as much to cover with one plushie as with two. Plus, he's not as complex of a design as the Jumbo Glitch Trap or Jumbo Snap Vanny. So yeah, I will give this guy, honestly, a 10 out of 10. This is basically a perfect plushie. So yeah, if you can find him for a good deal, I'd definitely say get him. He's awesome. So that's it for now. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.